right, man. Welcome back to the Biblical Blueprint. It's your boy Reylo. And, man, we got another video for you, chapter by chapter, verse by verse. We're going through the Bible. It's the best resource for life and business, man. I got to prove it to you, dog. This week. In this little episode, we're in Genesis chapter 29 and 30. We're going to combine them because both of these stories, match. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing what happened with Jacob when he was exiled. Pretty much like, he took his brother's birthright. He was exiled because his brother said he was going to kill him. So while he's exiled, his mother told him to go find him a wife. He told her to pretty much go to her brother and see if she got any, if he got any wives for her, pretty much. I'm just going to leave it like that. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, he out there and, I'm not going to, just paraphrase everything. Let's actually hear what happened in these two chapters. Let's go.
Then Jacob continued his trip. He went to the country in the east. He looked and saw a well in the field. There were 3 flocks of sheep lying near the well, where the sheep drank water. There was a large rock covering the mouth of the well. When all the flocks were gathered there, the shepherds would roll the rock away from the well. Then all the sheep could drink from the water. After the sheep were full, the shepherds would put the rock back in its place. Jacob said to the shepherds there, "Brothers, where are you from?" They answered, "We are from Haran." Then Jacob said, "Do you know Laban, the son of Nahor?" The shepherds answered, "We know him." Then Jacob said, "How is he?" They answered, "He is well. Look, that is his daughter Rachel coming now with his sheep." Jacob said, "Look, it is still day and long before the sun sets. It is not yet time for the animals to be gathered together for the night. So give them water and let them go back into the field." But they said, "We cannot do that until all the flocks are gathered together. Then we will move the rock from the well, and all the sheep will drink." While Jacob was talking with the shepherds, Rachel came with her father's sheep. It was her job to take care of the sheep. Rachel was Laban's daughter. Laban was the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's mother. When Jacob saw Rachel, he went and moved the rock and gave water to the sheep. Then Jacob kissed Rachel and cried. He told her that he was from her father's family. He told her that he was the son of Rebekah. So Rachel ran home and told her father. When Laban heard the news about his sister's son Jacob, he ran to meet him. Laban hugged him and kissed him and brought him to his house. Jacob told Laban everything that had happened. Then Laban said, "This is wonderful. You are from my own family." So Jacob stayed with Laban for a month. One day Laban said to Jacob, "You are a relative of mine. It is not right for you to continue working for me without pay. What should I pay you?" Now Laban had 2 daughters. The older was Leah and the younger was Rachel. Leah's eyes were gentle, but Rachel was beautiful. Jacob loved Rachel, so he said to Laban, "I will work 7 years for you if you will allow me to marry your daughter Rachel." Laban said, "It would be better for her to marry you than someone else, so stay with me." So Jacob stayed and worked for Laban for 7 years, but it seemed like a very short time because he loved Rachel very much. After 7 years, Jacob said to Laban, "Give me Rachel so that I can marry her. My time of work for you is finished." So Laban gave a party for all the people in that place. That night, Laban brought his daughter Leah to Jacob. Jacob and Leah had sexual relations together. Laban gave his maid Zilpah to his daughter to be her maid. In the morning, Jacob saw that it was Leah he had slept with, and he said to Laban, "You have tricked me. I worked hard for you so that I could marry Rachel. Why did you trick me?" Laban said, "In our country we don't allow the younger daughter to marry before the older daughter. Continue for the full week of the marriage ceremony, and I will also give you Rachel to marry, but you must serve me another 7 years." So Jacob did this and finished the week. Then Laban gave him his daughter Rachel as a wife. Laban gave his maid Bilhah to his daughter Rachel to be her maid. So Jacob had sexual relations with Rachel also, and Jacob loved Rachel more than Leah. Jacob worked for Laban for another 7 years. The Lord saw that Jacob loved Rachel more than Leah, so he made it possible for Leah to have children. But Rachel did not have any children. Leah gave birth to a son, and she named him Reuben. She named him this because she said, "The Lord has seen my troubles. My husband does not love me, so now maybe my husband will love me." Leah became pregnant again and had another son. She named this son Simeon. She said, "The Lord has heard that I am not loved, so he gave me this son." Leah became pregnant again and had another son. She named this son Levi. She said, "Now surely my husband will love me. I have given him 3 sons." Then Leah gave birth to another son. She named this son Judah. Leah named him this because she said, "Now I will praise the Lord." Then Leah stopped having children. Rachel saw that she was not giving Jacob any children. She became jealous of her sister Leah. So Rachel said to Jacob, "Give me children, or I will die." Jacob became angry with Rachel and said, "I am not God. He is the one who has caused you to not have children." Then Rachel said, "You can have my maid Bilhah. Sleep with her, and she will have a child for me. Then I can be a mother through her." So Rachel gave Bilhah to her husband Jacob. He had sexual relations with Bilhah. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son for Jacob. Rachel said, "God has listened to my prayer. He decided to give me a son." So she named this son Dan. Bilhah became pregnant again and gave Jacob a second son. Rachel said, "I have fought hard to compete with my sister, and I have won." So she named that son Naphtali. Leah saw that she could have no more children, so she gave her slave girl Zilpah to Jacob. Leah said, "I am lucky." So she named the son Gad. Zilpah gave birth to another son. Leah said, "I am very happy. Now women will call me happy." So she named that son Asher. During the wheat harvest, Reuben went into the fields and found some special flowers. He brought them to his mother Leah. But Rachel said to Leah, "Please give me some of your son's flowers." Leah answered, "You have already taken away my husband. Now you are trying to take away my son's flowers." But Rachel answered, "If you will give me your son's flowers, you can sleep with Jacob tonight." Jacob came in from the fields that night. Leah saw him and went out to meet him. She said, "You will sleep with me tonight. I have paid for you with my son's flowers." So Jacob slept with Leah that night. Then God allowed Leah to become pregnant again. She gave birth to a 5th son. She said, "God has given me a reward, because I gave my slave to my husband." So she named her son Issachar. Leah became pregnant again and gave birth to a 6th son. She said, "God has given me a fine gift. Now surely Jacob will accept me, because I have given him 6 sons." So she named this son Zebulun. Later, Leah gave birth to a daughter. She named her Dinah. Then God heard Rachel's prayer and made it possible for Rachel to have children. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She said, "God has taken away my shame." Rachel named the son Joseph, saying, "May the Lord give me another son." After the birth of Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, "Now let me go back to my own homeland. Give me my wives and my children. I have earned them by working for you. You know that I served you well." Laban said to him, "Please, let me say something. I know that the Lord has blessed me because of you. Tell me what I should pay you, and I will give it to you." Jacob answered, "You know that I have worked hard for you. Your flocks have grown and been well while I cared for them. When I came, you had little. Now you have much, much more. Every time I did something for you, the Lord blessed you. Now it is time for me to work for myself. It is time to do things for my family." Laban asked, "Then what should I give you?" Jacob answered, "I don't want you to give me anything. I only want you to let me do this one thing. I will go back and take care of your sheep. But let me go through all your flocks today and take every lamb with spots or stripes. Let me take every black young goat and every female goat with stripes or spots. That will be my pay. In the future you can easily see if I am honest. You can come to look at my flocks. If I have any goat that isn't spotted or any sheep that isn't black, you will know that I stole it." Laban answered, "I agree to that. We will do what you ask." But that day Laban hid all the male goats that had spots, and he hid all the female goats that had spots on them. He also hid all the black sheep. Laban told his sons to watch these sheep. So the sons took all the spotted animals and led them to another place. They traveled for 3 days. Jacob stayed and took care of all the animals that were left. Then Jacob cut green branches from poplar and almond trees. He stripped off some of the bark so that the branches had white stripes on them. He put the branches in front of the flocks at the watering places. When the animals came to drink, they also mated in that place. Then when the goats mated in front of the branches, the young that were born were spotted, striped, or black. Jacob separated the spotted and the black animals from the other animals in the flock. He kept his animals separate from Laban's. Anytime the stronger animals in the flock were mating, Jacob put the branches before their eyes. The animals mated near those branches. But when the weaker animals mated, Jacob did not put the branches there. So the young animals born from the weak animals were Laban's, and the young animals born from the stronger animals were Jacob's. In this way, Jacob became very rich. He had large flocks, many servants, camels, and donkeys.
All right. It was pretty deep. 2 chapters, chapter 29, chapter 30. We combined it because at the beginning, we see the beginning with Jacob and Laban, who is actually his uncle, and the ending of Jacob and Laban. You know what I'm saying? Where, after 14 years, Jacob left balling. You feel me? I mean, it's the greatest come-up story. It's the best come-up story you ever heard in the Bible. You feel me? So let's paraphrase it after you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. He goes to Haran. He finds Laban. You know what I'm saying? He finds Rachel. Rachel, beautiful. Love at first sight. This is who he was. They have a custom where usually the firstborn gets married first. Kind of a hard tradition, but that's what his uncle really wanted. So his uncle give both of them to him. Like, forget it. You know what I'm saying? You really want Rachel, you're gonna work 7 years. After 7 years, it went by fast because he in love. He didn't care. And he he can't really come off his principle. He ends up still giving, his firstborn. And he ends up, what we see is we're starting to see the birth of the children of Israel. God works in mysterious ways, and I'm never a person to doubt God. He has 2 daughters, Leah and Rachel, right? He really wants Rachel. He don't really care for Leah, but he has to marry both just to appease his uncle. So, to appease his uncle, hey, I got both of y'all, right? And, one of the things I wanted to really focus on, and I didn't give you guys the focus of this whole message, is that God can give you ideas that they can't stop. God can give you ideas that they cannot stop. All right. Now, Jacob really wanted to just take Rachel and get up out of there, and he was throwing tons of stuff at this point in time. And, he having sexual relationships with everybody, and and God is blessing him. He's blessing him with kids. He's blessing him with more wealth. He's blessing him with more servants. And one of the things that I kind of realized is this is almost like the same thing that happened with his great-grandfather. Was it great-grandfather? Yeah, I think it's his great-grandfather. Abraham. Abraham went through the same thing. Similar to the same thing. The one that he loves, the wife he loves, is not bearing children. And he's having children with other people instead of the person that he loves. So Jacob just decides that, hey, I'm gonna roll with it. He having kids with the slave girls. He having kids with Leah. Leah produced 6 kids. And these are all the children of Israel that we see him pop out, right? But when it finally gets down to Rachel, she pops out his favorite, which is Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Which actually ends up being the younger child. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a lot of times we may not understand it, but it's under God's will. This is God's design. This is God's plan. And that's pretty much what we see. With that being said, God can give you ideas that they can't stop. There's a couple times where, like, his uncle's trying to finesse him. You know, of course, he finessed him and taking 2 wives when he only wanted one. You know, he got finessed him to where he only supposed to stay 7 years, he ended up having to stay 14. And I believe that one of the most powerfulest things that God can give you is the idea. You know, a lot of people will want riches to fall down from heaven. God bless me with a car. God bless me with this. I think one of the strongest things that God can give you is the idea. If he gives you the idea, whether it's coming directly to you, or if it was prophesied to you, or it was just something that you saw and experienced where you're like, oh, this is the sign, and it gave you the idea, that is the most powerful thing God can give you. And I want to encourage you to pray for the idea. You know, if you're struggling, pray for an idea to get you out of your struggle. If you're having problems in relationships, pray for the idea that's going to help you help you with your relationship. If you're dealing with things that are health related, pray for the idea that's going to help you move better with your health and become a healthier person. We always pray for material things, but praying for the idea is golden. And we see it in this chapter, whereas literally he gave Jacob the idea of what he did. You can call it a finesse, you can call it underhanded or deception, but at the end of the day, Jacob walked out blessed. And that's what we're trying to do just in life. You know what I'm saying? Especially if somebody has been finessing you or doing you wrong or whatever. The goal, and especially like as God's people, we want to always leave in a scenario where we elevated in a situation that was supposed to keep us down. I'm going through something right now, you know, I'm just going to get a little personal with you. It was actually hard for me to kind of make this video. I think in a couple videos, some of my previous videos, I talked about the death of my aunt. And, you know, this death has really, 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 really struck me to a core. You know, of course, it's hard leaving a family member, but the circumstances with death are like a lot of times like with planning funerals and dealing with family, it gets kind of stressful and hectic, you know, and a lot of times, like, man, you'll be expected to pay for something that you wasn't expected to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, keep money for a rainy day, but it was like, dang, you know, we didn't expect it to rain that day, you know? In this, I'll just say that I want to thank God for the idea. This has been hard on my family, and of course, I'm always the one that's like, hey, calm down, it's going to be all right. I'm always calming us down. I'm always telling us and encouraging us that this is going to happen. But a lot of times I break. A lot of times I do like get worried or get stressed out. But I thank God that he'll just come and hit me with an idea that will help me break out of it. And then the same thing what I'm going through with this funeral, where this last night he gave me the idea like, hey, this is how you need to think moving forward with this funeral. And it made me stay on top of the bad news that I got for the whole day. Because of the one idea, it kept me ahead of everything that happened today. And I just want to thank God for it. And I want you to just take this as a testimony. And I want you to just pray for the idea. Whatever you're going through, pray for the idea. Don't pray for the material things. Pray for the idea. Because God will give you ideas. that they can't stop.